Yeah. Come on in, y'all. Yes, sir. Top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. It will be my birthday, and we're gonna bring it in the right way. Yes, sir. Yeah. I gotta let this play. Shout out to Victor Cruz. Make me wanna get my sauce on. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Wade the Giant, man. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with me for another Giant Huddle, man. As you can see on the thumbnail, man, this is me bringing in my birthday with you all, man. So as soon as it hits 12 a.m., we are going to do it the right way, man. We are going to celebrate and all of that good stuff. Of course, we have New York Giant football that we want to discuss. Let's go ahead and get into the intro. Let's go.
Two official, through the flag, blew the whistle, 3 words, 2 initials, T.
I felt there was no better athlete on that field than me. I was the best athlete on the field, and in order to win, you have to beat me. If you can't beat me, then you can't win.
I tell you right now, you know everybody gonna watch this ass whoop I'm put on you, right?
It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Wade the Giant.
And get both feet down on the ground, and then it came out of the pile. This ball's thrown, and Tyree, that may be the greatest catch I've ever seen. Lobs it, Burris alone, touchdown New York.
Man, shout out to Omega Supreme that is in the chat, man. Wishing me a happy born day, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Listen, man, before we get started, as you can see, we have a familiar face, man. From inside.
Yes, sir.
My twin Brose. P, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. I love the energy.
Come on, man.
I see you had the quinceañera going on.
Yeah, man. Man. We're gonna bring it in the right way.
Yes, sir. I love the energy. I'm excited, man. We're what, 2 weeks away?
2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
It's showtime. Listen, man, I do want to just fill everybody in, man. Y'all know y'all my Giant family. So I do want to fill everybody in on basically, man, what has been going on in real life, man, outside of just Giant football. Let me just preface this by just saying April has a special meaning in my heart, man, for a few reasons. As of April the 6th, ladies and gentlemen, my daughter, Olivia Amira Petaway, is welcome into this world. And so this is definitely not just dedicated to myself because my birthday is April the 10th, but this is dedicated to my daughter, Olivia. I love you, baby. Shout out to my other daughter, whose birthday is today.
Mm-hmm.
Alana Petaway, her birthday is today. Again, like I just said, me and my twin Brose, as you see up here,
Yes, sir.
our birthday is April the 10th. And then my son, his birthday is April the 18th. And yeah, man. So April is definitely just a big month. But I want to give just a special, special shout out to the newest member of the Petaway family. As you can see up there, my baby, man, Olivia.
Definitely
Um,
special shout out to my niece, man.
yeah, man.
Definitely.
So with that being said, that does changes some things, man. I know I've been putting it out there that I would be attending the draft, but unfortunately, hopefully, y'all, I mean, as you can see, y'all would know why. We're gonna put that on hold this year. I'm gonna take that time, man, to just be with the fam and all of that. But we are not gonna leave y'all hanging, man, because me and my brother P here, man, we're gonna do a live stream. So if you are a New York Giant fan, you definitely do not want to miss it, as we're going to do a real live kicking it with us, full reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you are a Carolina Panther fan, my bro P got you covered, man.
Absolutely. So all my Panthers fans were inside P Town. They will be there live as well. Just live reaction, authentic reaction on the spot. So we need our teams and to really come through. We need
Yeah,
them to
yeah,
come through.
yeah,
So I can't wait.
for sure. All right, so I just want to start things off, man. P, I want to welcome you into Giant World real quick.
Talk to me.
Usually I don't like to welcome outsiders into Giant drama, but being
Mhm.
that this was a public situation, um, we could we could talk about it.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, here we go, man. I want to discuss something that has been going on the beautiful app of Twitter/X, and I kind of been enjoying it, to be honest with you. I kind of
Okay.
like this, man. This is a conversation that started with look. This is how much I don't even remember the dude's name, but he started by talking about Shador Sanders at his pro day. As you can see this tweet here, whoever John Frisella is, he says a lot of double taps and hitches from Shador today. NFL defenders close windows quickly. This was a concerning workout, right? He tweets that, and then we have Darius Slayton who responds to that.
Say that name again. The guy who said that.
John Frisella. Yeah. Well, this is not where it started. There was an actual it's a safety from the Jets. He's the
Okay.
one who started it. But yeah. Anyway, Darius Slayton responds and says, I promise he can pat the ball and be just fine. If DBs was so good at breaking on ball, Pats, they'd all have 8+ picks a year. Same guys that fall for a two-man dagger concept and give
Hmm.
up the dig on 3rd and long every season, all season long, talking about a ball pat. What a joke. And people wonder why New York Giant fans love Darius Slayton because of this right here, man. This is the type of energy that I love to see coming from New York Giant players, man. And so the conversation kind of, furthers from there. Jermaine Illuminor, who is also another one who was extremely active on X/Twitter, he says, "I see what you're trying to do," and Darius Slayton responds with, "I've already told you before. I tell the truth for free. I don't have agendas." So this is just dope. Just to see, man. I love the fact that they holding it down for their future quarterback. And Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons then adds to the conversation. He jumps in and says, "You realize a pat on the ball can be a difference between a sack or a throwaway completion."
Wow. Wow.
And this is coming from Michael Parsons. So, I mean, I'll let you start, man.
Yeah. You might have to touch on this because I really don't have a skin in this game. But let me just touch on this real quick. So what I wanted to do was look up the player, Andre Cisco, Jets from the safety.
Yeah, there you go.
Number one, when you're talking like this, especially on a rookie coming to the league, you know the pressure that he's under right now. You know what the headlines mean for a draft pick. And you come up with this. He had one pick last year. I need more energy from you. You talking that talk. You're going to start giving insight on picks. Act like, say it like you the pick master, like you a technician. You had one pick last year. And I'm going to guess that pick probably came off a tip or something. Not knowing. I'm just assuming. So, and then that Pat theory is so not true. We've seen all the greats. Matter of fact, the best quarterbacks in the league all pat the ball right now. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Matt Stafford, they all pat the ball. So that's just absolutely crazy. And Michael Parsons, listen, when it comes to quarterback situations, you should be speaking on no quarterback situations. No quarterback situations.
Yo, but let me tell you though, this is what bothers me, man. And this is just proof right here. What bothers me is that a lot of times, man, when you get into these conversations, you get into these debates, the card that athletes try to pull out is, oh, I played a sport. Like, how you gonna tell me? Because I played it.
Right.
Yo, that's not gonna work for somebody like me, man. It's just not. There are so many people that play the game, and even at a high level, that play the game, and that they just tell on themselves on how much that they don't know. Yeah, granted, Michael Parsons, I will receive to what he has to say about his position, but I draw the line there. I draw the line there at a different point to it is at the end of the day, I look at it as, man, we damn near on the same playing field when it comes to just talking about any other positions.
Yeah.
And this is damn near proof. And Michael Parsons is not the only one. You got LaShawn McCoy, who was out there giving out terrible takes. I'll be seeing, all respect to Brandon Jacobs, but Brandon Jacobs be out there giving terrible takes. I mean, there's a lot of people, man, who played the game, who was at a different tier, who were more than good at what they did, who you could tell when they speak, they just be off, man. They be off.
To your point, I think they have some level of intelligence, right? I'm not going to go and say, these players that are in the league don't have necessarily the knowledge, at certain positions.
At their position.
At their position and maybe some other positions. It just, when it comes to that quarterback position, because a lot of things are so superficial and a lot of times, ostracized and fabricated, they make everything seem more dramatic than what it is. And I just think this is one of those situations where it sounded good in the moment to make a comment like that. But then, like you said, when you think about it, it's just a foolish statement.
So I want to finish the exchange here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. All right. So then Darius Slayton says, Tom Brady, literally the king of getting the ball out fast, patted the ball when he threw. So actually, no patting the ball is not the difference. Then Michael Parsons, he goes with comparing the greatest quarterback ever to Sanders is while I'll never entertain a football conversation with you. Like, what are we doing here? And then, of course, Darius Slayton responds with the collage of videos of the greatest quarterbacks in the game patting the ball. And then from there, it was pretty much game over. It was lights out.
Yeah.
But I see why, though. I see why Cowboy fans are tired of Michael Parsons doing his podcast. Like, I get it. I get it, man. Because you could really, first of all, this is not the first time, but he's been out here taking L's when it comes to just debating on Twitter and X. And then a lot of Cowboy fans, speaking from a fan perspective, when you feel like you are putting too much energy into shit that fans should be doing on Twitter and X, and you're losing on top of that, fans they're not pleased with that. So I see why Cowboy fans it's like, yo, Michael Parsons, get away from this podcast shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the key bridge of the media now. As we're in a new age, these athletes have voices. They got to start winning, man. Nobody wants to hear you on the mic if you ain't winning.
Exactly.
They don't want to hear your take and your opinion if your team is constantly losing. So, like, you see that with Paul George in the NBA. You see that with Michael Parsons at the Cowboys. A lot of people just don't want to hear it, especially the fans. Like, yo, you missing tackles, but then you're on your podcast talking about other teams and other situations.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Go well.
That's a fact. But let's get into tonight's line of business, man. This show is an Abdul Carter show. Now, I told y'all the other week. I said, yo, it is like every other week they take a different player, especially when you have that third pick, and they put them in the spotlight and say, state your case. It was Travis Hunter. It was Shador. Early in the offseason, it was Cam Ward.
Yep.
They did it with Aaron Rodgers. They did it with Matthew Stafford. They did it with Jameis Winston. I mean, it's an ongoing thing. Now this week, it is Abdul Carter. And I want to pull this tweet up because this is kind of the train of thought that a lot of Giant fans have. Justin Pugh, ex-Giant, he's somebody who also, engages a lot with the fan base. He says on Twitter, imagine third down. Burns, Lawrence, Tibbs, and Carter floating around looking for the fish. When the Giants won their last Super Bowl, they had the best defensive line in football. You don't pass on generational talent. How do you feel about that, P?
Well, as someone who is in the Panther organization as a representative, I understand this wholeheartedly. You can't pass on generational talent, man. You cannot pass on generational talent.
That's where I disagree with you.
That is a mistake.
How is Michael Parsons generational talent?
Who, Michael Parsons?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Abdul Carter?
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, they got some of the games, but Abdul Carter is a generational talent. He is going to be, I don't want to reach, but he's going to be a star defensive end in this league. That's a premier position that can ultimately change a game.
I'm sorry, but that is not generational talent.
Absolutely is. We're talking about a guy that can average 15 sacks in a season. Now everybody's doing that.
This is the definition of generational talent.
Okay. It sounds like what I said, right?
The term generational talent is used to describe someone whose talent is so extraordinary and rare that they are considered to be among the best of all time, or at least in their specific field or sport. Abdul Carter, respectfully, is not that.
He's going to average 15 sacks for multiple seasons. He's that type of player.
No, don't try to dance around it.
That's generational.
Carter is no, man, no.
So Myles Garrett is generational. You get one Myles Garrett, you get him on your squad. TJ Watt, you get one TJ Watt.
Is he
absolutely,
really?
Absolutely.
I think people really not understand.
Y'all would trade Burns and Tibbs for Garrett.
What? No,
y'all would.
No. What is that doing for Cleveland right now? Why would I do that?
I'm just saying that's how he's a generational talent. That's how his value is.
I'm looking, and they're saying examples of generational talent. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Victor Wembanyama. Like that's what I'm like trying to hint at.
There's two
generational talents are.
It's football, so it's the metrics are different. You know what I'm saying? It's not a 5-player sport. It's 11 players on the field. I'm just saying at the defensive end position, he's coming as a rookie. He's going to dominate.
Bro, y'all are hyping.
I'm not hyping. What I'm saying, there's 2 players in this draft that are generational that should not be passed no matter what. That is Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter.
That is no.
Everybody else
Abdul
in that
Carter is
first,
not generational talent.
crazy. You crazy.
P,
You
they're
are
comparing
crazy.
is Michael Parsons generational talent because that's who they're comparing him to.
He's not generational,
Okay.
but he's a superstar. You definitely would if he was in this draft. You're drafting him top 3.
I mean, arguably.
Nah, you're drafting him top 3.
But yeah, that's in hindsight. We can't say that. I mean, we're talking about in
Abdul
hindsight.
Carter. This is the answer to it. Abdul Carter is going to do more for the Giants, or Travis Hunter is going to do more for the Giants. Them 2 players will do more than anybody else.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because you walked right into this segue here.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna play a game, man.
Okay.
And the metrics that we're going to use the comparisons with is 4 things.
Mhm.
It is talent, it is impact,
Mhm.
it is higher ceiling,
Okay.
and it is position need that we need for the
you
New
guys.
York Giants. Yes.
Okay, got you.
Let me just get to this chat real quick, man. Shout out to my guy Isaiah Evans in here, man. He says 14 minutes late, I got a double back. Look, man, we appreciate you anyway, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for rocking with us, bro, man. Giant salute to my giant lieutenant right here, man. This is Born for Sports. Please make sure that you all like, comment, and subscribe on all of the things that he has going on his way. This is family right here, man. So make sure y'all go to Born for Sports. And he says Carter will surprise you, TP. And look, this is another one. This is a trenches guy right here, P. This is
yeah. I can tell by his name, Born for Sports. He don't lie.
Listen. It's not that I don't like an Abdul Carter. It is not that at all. It's just that I see a lot of just overhyping. I don't think Abdul Carter is a generational talent. That is a reach, man. And I think people are reaching just because they are trying to make a point when it comes to him, man. I'm just sorry. But Big Blue Dozier says, what's good, y'all? Giant salute to my guy, Big Blue Dozier, man. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, let's get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. So the first comparison that we have here.
Let's do it.
Is when it comes to talent, we're going to compare Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter. Iman Perry, we see you. Giant salute to Iman Perry.
Respect.
Late night one salute, brothers. Yes, sir, man. We bringing in our birthday, man. This is my twin Brose. For those who are just tuning in, our birthday is at the top of the hour. Matter of fact, in 5 minutes. We're gonna pause this thing, man. We're gonna pause this thing and we're gonna do it the right way. Shout out to the real Motai, says salute family. Giant salute to you. And yeah, so let's just go ahead, start with this comparison here. Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. Now, as you can see, this is what I got. When it comes to talent, I am giving it to Travis Hunter, and I'm always going to give it to Travis Hunter when it comes to anybody that is in this draft, because that's what it is when it comes to Travis.
Absolutely.
He is the only one in this draft that I am willing to put the generational talent label on. He deserves that. What he has done and shown is generational talent worthy. Abdul Carter is not that.
All right, so on the talent piece, we're judging these 2 players, and I'm picking one. Which one's most talented, correct?
Yes.
I definitely got to get to Travis Hunter. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
He is a generational talent, and it really is crazy how teams are just going after these quarterbacks and are skipping out on these generational players. There's 2 players, like I said, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. They should be going 1-2.
Yeah.
I know you may need a quarterback. No, I know it sounds good, but in this league, getting these type of players at these positions, one that can play defensive end and be a cornerstone of defense, and one that can do cornerback, take away one side of the field, and play receiver on third downs or however you want to package them, is absolutely wild. And his receiving skills have been very, very highly disrespected. by the media. Like, people are going to find out. So, talent-wise, yes, it's Travis Hunter.
All right. We're on the same page. All right. Good start. Here we go. Here's the next one. Impact. Impact when it comes to the impact that they will have for the New York Football Giants. And listen, and this is where I say I put the equal sign because I just couldn't make a decision on this one, because I understand that if you add what Justin Pugh was saying, if you do add an Abdul Carter to this defense, I mean, how will that impact the whole team? I'm with y'all. I do think that is one way to go, is to bring that New York Giant defense back to where we can dominate on the defensive side of the ball. But I cannot deny, I mean, when you're talking about Travis Hunter, you're also talking about somebody who can impact the defensive side of the ball at corner, who can cause takeaways, who can be a special teamer if you need be. But it can also, let's say he's not the primary defensive guy, he could also, paired up with Malik Neighbors, be an impact on the offensive side of the ball that is out of this world. So which one do you go to? I just had to put the equal sign on this. I really couldn't pick, and I really did sit down and try to think, but I didn't want to cheat myself. I just put the equal sign.
When I'm thinking about your team, right, and please, correct me if I'm wrong, but I like Abdul Carter. I think his presence, his impact would be immediately felt. You get him, Burns, and Lawrence, and Thibodeau. That's absolutely crazy. But as far as stopping the run, I still think there will be some liabilities there. I don't know if you guys picked up any D tackles. I'm pretty sure you're going to address that in the draft. And your secondary is pretty suspect too. So, but with that defensive line on pass it downs, it sounds good.
Yeah, let me update you.
That's suspect. Right. No. You're right. I got you. I already know where you're going with this. Yeah.
Okay.
Got a corner from the Saints. Yeah. So your secondary's gotten a little bit better. I still think in this day and age, you got to stop the run. Right. So I think with these two, I think the impact, I would slightly give it to Travis, just because of what he can do on both sides of the field. You get a secondary, so now he can cover maybe that nickel position, or you can put him outside. He's a corner that can do both. His zone reads is absolutely phenomenal. So when you guys are getting pressure, he's a guy that goes after the ball like a receiver. Okay. And then teaming him up with Neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would ask, like I said, I understand it's great to have that success out there, but what's going on in the interior? What's going on with the offensive line? Is Wilson getting time back there to deliver that pass? Those are the more important questions, I think, for the Giants.
But I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that one. It's not, but we just talking about these two. All right. But listen, let me pause this real quick and officially say, man, happy born day, Brose. Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and make this quiz. Okay. You know, put something in the big blue cup. I need everybody, man, if you tuned in. I don't care if you usually don't comment or whatever it is. I need everybody to happy birthday in the chat. It is officially April 5th. Salute.
It's one of his H2O.
Happy birthday. Yeah. There we go. I need happy born days in the chat. Happy born days. Let's go. I see y'all. Real Mozart, Giants blue.
Salute.
to wish, man, my daughter, again, like I did in the beginning of the episode, I want to wish my daughter, Olivia Amira Cutaway, a happy born day. Yesterday, as a few minutes ago, my other daughter, Alana Cutaway, it was her birthday. I want to wish my son, Ron Cutaway Jr., a happy birthday. April's a beautiful month, man. For real, for real. Host Aura, I appreciate you, my guy. Salute. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get back to it.
Is that you on the drums right there?
It sound like it, right?
It sound like
it, right? It sound like All right. Yeah, thank y'all for the B-Day love, man. I appreciate it. It is a blessing, man. We got to take
Much
time
appreciate
to
it. Thank you.
ourselves, man. And you know, we know how life goes, man. You know, you can't take waking up, the simple things, waking up, having breath in your lungs for granted, man. So birthdays is something that I believe in celebrating when it comes to anybody, because life is the best gift, man. So yeah, let's get back into it. All right. Higher ceiling. I gave this one to an Abdul Carter here.
Okay.
I feel like he does have the higher ceiling. If he is the guy that people say he is, then it could get spooky. And I'm with y'all on that. I'm not even taking away from that. I understand what people are saying, you know, the things that Justin Pugh that we just mentioned says. So I do think that he has the higher ceiling, and I do see the value in somebody if he is who y'all say he is. So I'll give it to Abdul. It's on you, P.
For higher ceiling, I will give it to. Oh my gosh, that is tough. I can't pass up on Travis on this one, man. I can't pass up on Travis. I think people are really need to watch the film and the tape, especially on the receiver end and as corner. He's like that. He's a dog. He has that mentality. He is strictly football. That's who he is as a kid. You see, even like when he went through that media situation, he didn't even know how to handle that right, because he's been so infused with football his whole life. That's all he knows. That's what he does. It's all he wants to do. And when you get a talent and someone with that mental, that mindset, who just wants to be great and knows that, you can't pass up on that. And I think the real question is, the Giants was to get him, are y'all gonna let him play both ways? You know, if you're not, then the higher ceiling is Abdul Carter. But
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt you here, because I'm looking up the definition of what higher ceiling means.
Okay,
and so I think I do have to go with what you're saying, a Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
because a higher ceiling says a player's potential for achieving a high level of performance or impact.
Yeah.
Even if they are not consistently performing at that level. So again, a player's potential for achieving a high level of performance or impact, even if they are not consistently performing at that level. So based on that definition there, I think I may have to give it to Travis as well.
Yeah, I could see him with getting 5 to 7 interceptions on the defensive end and catching 800 yards, 8 to 10 touchdowns, something like that. If they're playing him, okay, we're only going to play when we get above the 50, or he'll play second and third downs only, something like that. I could see him doing well on both sides.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We are on the roll, man. And then last but surely not least, we have position need. And this is damn near a cheat code right here, because you got Travis that is covering 2 positions. But what the New York Giants need as far as position is concerned. You have Travis Hunter at wide receiver, cornerback, and you never know. Potentially, maybe some punt return. You never know. But then you have, of course, Abdul Carter, who can be maybe that outside linebacker or a DN. I'm going to definitely give this to Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
For some reason, man, people are not really talking about the offensive side of the ball. Like, I don't understand that. Clearly, that is the weak link on our team, especially right now, what we have on roster on paper, and we need to definitely have a different output than what we had last season. We
Yeah.
gotta be an offense that is some type of threat, especially in this division. And let's not let the talent that we already have offensively go to waste. And so when it comes to position need, I'm going to go with Travis on this one.
Yeah, I get you. Ain't much to think about here when it comes to y'all team. You got Burns and Tibbs, so positional need definitely Travis on this one.
All right. Okay, man. Seems like we're doing a good job, man. I thought we was gonna be arguing a lot more, man. So I actually like this. I like this, man. That we can see.
Yeah, I mean, you put Travis on the screen, so it's really easy call right there.
Here is the next comparison.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Here we have Shedeur Sanders and Abdul Carter. We have talent. Who are you going to give it to?
Talent, I'm giving it to Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter, easily. As soon as he comes in, direct impact. You know what he's going to do. If you guys do choose Abdul Carter, your pass rush, it was already decent, but it's going to go to a crazy level. A crazy level.
Well, I'm gonna give talent to Abdul Carter, mainly because it's kind of tricky with this because this is position. This is kind of like different positions based here. You're comparing somebody who has more wiggle on the defensive side to do things to a quarterback. So I mean that's kind of just like apples and oranges. But I will just give talent to an Abdul Carter. But this is where there's going to get really real. Impact. I'm going with Shedeur Sanders, and it's not even close, man. I mean, when it comes to impact, how can you not think of a Shedeur Sanders? Let's talk about the impact that he would have on the New York Giants as far as marketability. I mean, we're gonna get back to being the on the major news network, being the team that you cannot not talk about. Like, let's get back to that. Let's get back to real New York Giants shit. Let's get back to the bright lights. When you hear New York Giants, you think of stardom. That is what the impact that Shedeur Sanders can bring back. And then when you talk about the on the field stuff, I mean, everybody knows the importance of a franchise quarterback. We need a leader. We need somebody who is young. We need somebody who's going to be able to relate to this young roster that we already have. We need somebody that is trying to change the franchise. We need somebody who understands there's a difference between being good, being great, but also being legendary. Shedeur Sanders will definitely have the bigger impact, and it's not even close.
All right. I tried my hardest to let you finish that. But Born for Sports says franchise QB impact always trumps any position. Guess what? That's a lie.
Oh,
that's an absolute lie. That's one of the biggest lies ever told. And this is what a lot of people hang their hat on and make a mistake. This is why if you go down the history, all these top quarterback picks, if you look at the history, most of them, they miss out more than they hit.
You tapping on the table or something?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, they missing out more than they hit. They miss out more than they hit on a top quarterback. That is history, and that is a fact.
What does that got to do with impact?
Because impact, as far as playing football, y'all talking about marketing and jersey sales and bright lights.
That matters.
Nobody care about that. Not with and if I'm correct me wrong with the New York Giants, Why do y'all care about that?
understand.
Because your last Super Bowl teams that I checked,
I understand.
there's a bunch of dogs on it.
You know
y'all had
why?
a bunch of dogs, a bunch of killers on it.
You
Y'all
know
had people
why?
who didn't care about that. Y'all had a running back in Brandon Jacobs. We ain't do all that media stuff. A receiver out in Plexico Burns and Eli Manning, who was never a top 5 quarterback in the league. That's the team I remember going to the Super Bowl. A team that didn't care about the lights. Y'all got
His
Odell and
impact.
got Pretty. Did
He
y'all
still
make it to
had
the Super
big
Bowl?
impact. He still had big impact.
I thought impact for y'all was rings.
Yeah.
Am I mistaken?
I'm
So
talking about player impact, though. You can't say that Eli Manning didn't have a major impact on not just the New York Giants, but the league in general. What are we talking about?
No, that's my point. That's my point. When you're looking at it, Abdul Carter, he fits that mold of what the Giants are used to as far as success. You always had a power defensive line when you guys won Super Bowls. Y'all didn't need the flashy and the marketability at the quarterback or at receiver. You had Monty Toomer and Plexico. Who'd y'all have a receiver?
We had one of the greatest receiver corps ever in Sybil.
You had Victor Cruz one year. Y'all won a Super Bowl. It's not about that star player.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You sound like a Carolina Panther fan.
That's wrong.
Y'all haven't had impeccability since Cam Newton and Steve Smith.
We've definitely have had more impact than that. We've been to more Super Bowls than that. You forget about Musa Muhammad. You forgetting about Sam Mills. You forget about Julius Peppers. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
Impact is what I'm talking about now. That is the topic of discussion.
I just
what type of impact do these guys bring to a team, especially a New York Giant team?
Abdul Carter brings instant impact. Instant impact. He takes that defense up another level. He gives that secondary another second. No, it reduces a second to guard. Abdul Carter by far has a greater impact. If we're talking jersey sales and tickets and lights and all that, I thought my bad. Because every time the Giants said you want to bring up rings and stuff, I thought y'all was ring talk.
I'm just saying. If we trying to get back there, how are we gonna get back there without your franchise quarterback?
You said y'all can.
Everybody in the chat understands this, but you.
Did Jalen Hurts not just win a Super Bowl? Is he top 5 quarterback?
I'm not. What is top 5? Where are you getting this top 5 stuff from? I ain't say nothing about being top 5. I can't say that Jalen Hurts' impact on that team is well needed. I can't say he has a big impact on that.
If your team focus on that offensive line and that defensive line and stop worrying about getting the quarterback to come save you and focus on building a team, they'll be okay.
But where do you start? Why? What do you mean? How can you build
a team? You start with the trenches.
No, but I'm saying, how can you build a team without a quarterback? We have the trenches. Why are we acting like we don't have Tibbs and Burns? And you put some depth pieces around them, and we have Dexter Lawrence, who's the best defensive lineman in football. So why are we acting like we're not addressing that? What I'm saying is you got to spread the wealth now. Now we gotta focus on things that really matter. We need good quarterback play. We need a franchise quarterback.
Y'all do. Y'all can get service out of Wilson. Wilson.
But he's not a franchise guy, is what I'm telling you.
Y'all can hold out on a year. Don't pass up on this getting greedy. Don't pass up on this.
Hold out on the year.
Over Shador.
Okay,
so there's other quarterbacks coming in.
So we hold out on the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, are we supposed to win games this season?
Absolutely. You can.
Okay, we win games this season, so how we get a quarterback then?
That's another thing. First, at your 10th pick next year or your 15th pick next year, there's quarterbacks always coming out. That's another myth that they only come out in the top 5. That doesn't happen. Most of those guys do not pan out. Go back and look at it.
But what if they do pan out? That's what you're missing. I'm not worried about if they don't pan out. I'm worried about if they do.
FOMO.
Pan out.
Never have fear of missing out. Don't have fear of missing out. Don't have fear of missing out. When you start playing that game, you're gambling.
I never heard of it. It's not a gamble. It's what you know.
You talking about what if y'all missing out? That's a gamble to me. That sounds like a gamble to me. You know what you're getting out of Abdul Carter.
No,
you know 100% what you're getting.
I know 100% what I'm getting out of Shador.
Man, some question marks.
Abdul Carter gave me. All right, to be honest with you, Abdul Carter gave us one elite season. He gave us one elite season. Shedeur Sanders has been Shedeur Sanders since he stepped on the collegiate football field. Let's be real.
See, this is always my thing, man. I hear that. We talk about impact. People are overly looking at quarterback positions like they're just everything on a football team. Yes, I understand you need them at the end of the day. You need them in the playoffs, need them to make crucial throws. But we just saw a Lions team with Jared Goff threw 5 picks in the game and they won. There's so much more ways that needs to affect the game. It's nothing without building that trenches. There's so much more impact outside of the quarterback position. The best team won the Super Bowl. It had nothing to do with Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes. That defensive,
I'm not saying that.
Defense won. When you guys won, your defense won.
I'm not saying that. Of course, you need defense. I'm actually a defensive guy. Like I understand that.
When it comes to these two, I'm just saying you do not pass on Abdul Carter. If he falls at 3, you got to take him.
You do not pass on your franchise quarterback. If he falls at 3, you get Shedeur Sanders. Simple as that. How are you as a Panther fan going to say that when y'all are finally able to even put a smile on your face now that you see that Bryce Young is something? I know what y'all was looking like.
Because I've been there. Well, all we did was try to replace Cam Newton for the last 10 years. And that was a mistake. Once again, you're not looking at the team. Build the offensive line. Build the defensive line. Do the groundwork. Stop being lazy and looking for the star. When they got Bryce Young, almost got murdered the first year.
How are we not addressing that?
The offensive line.
You acting like I would understand. I would understand if we didn't address either or. I would understand that. But we did.
Y'all got a $100 million line? Well, you talking about defensive side, not offense.
On the table before I tap your jaw. Right?
No offense or defense. Which one is Matt Customs talking about? Y'all put 100 on your offensive line?
Matt Custom says, bro, we already have a $100 million line. We need the QB. It's for sure the defensive line.
Oh, okay.
Think about who we have, man. It's Brian Burns, Kayvon Tibbs, and Dexter Lawrence. All you need is depth pieces around that. You don't need superstardom around that. Hey, and if you want to, and everybody want to compare our old defensive line to getting back to that. But let's think about it. Was O.C. Umenor, was he this superstar of a guy? Was Justin Tuck this superstar of a guy? Don't get me wrong, these players were good. These players were good defensive pieces. But they're not the guy that y'all say that Abdul Carter was. They weren't just big name guys. Even Jason Pierre-Paul. Like, Jason Pierre-Paul wasn't the biggest name. The biggest name that we really had was Michael Strahan. So,
collectively, y'all were crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Give me my franchise QB, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Higher ceiling.
Oh, my God.
Higher ceiling. Higher ceiling. This also is going to go to Shedeur. Because what you don't see, you're looking at it from just such a small, minute thing, man. I mean, I really hate to do this, man, but we seen what Jaden Daniels did for Washington. We seen with what's my man from Texans? I'm having a brain freeze. We've seen what he did for the Texans. You know, these young quarterbacks coming in, changing programs around, bringing that spark and providing momentum so that the defense can play the best that they can be. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. It's a no-brainer for me, man. Higher ceiling than Shedeur Sanders.
Oh my gosh. I feel like
I see you less.
Draft Shedeur meeting. This is what I'm sensing. Kayvon is shaky as hey.
Kayvon, Big Blue Dozier says Kayvon is shaky as hell. Disappears during games sometime. Abdul will take Kayvon's spot by week 4, but I still want Shedeur. That's a lot of bad rap, man, that goes on Kayvon Thibodeau. There's a lot of bad rap that goes on Kayvon Thibodeau. Now, I don't think it's not going to be no cakewalk. I don't see this dude Abdul coming and just taking Kayvon's spot. My biggest, I mean, all right, I understand that there's a lot of times where I feel like Kayvon Thibodeau does kind of give up on plays at time in a way. I do see that. That is something that is accurate. I can't sit here and act like that's not a thing. And also, I do not like the injury history that is behind Kayvon Thibodeau right now. Those are my two biggest concerns when it comes to him. But we got to stop acting like Kayvon Thibodeau is not somebody who can dominate at times and be solid for this defense. That's just what I don't like. And if Abdul Carter does get on this roster, it ain't gonna be no cakewalk for him to just take Kayvon's spot. It is for sure not gonna be that. So that's just my thing. But go ahead, Pete. Get back to what you were saying.
Higher ceiling, I'm going with Abdul Carter once again. I'm going with Abdul Carter once again. I think he's a guy that can average, like I said, 15 sacks for multiple seasons. I think at his ceiling, that's what we get to, where he's premiered every single time you guys are on Monday Night Football. I think he's that type of player. I think Shador has a big name, a big last name. And I think that's what I'm sensing that a lot of.
Oh, don't start that shit. Don't
I'm
start that.
I'm just trying to.
Oh, don't start.
Can I talk? Can I talk, please? Can I talk? I'm just saying. I'm sensing that there's a lot of Sanders energy and fandom going on and hypeness. And I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I think he's going to be a good pro. I think his game definitely caters to the pro game more than it does the college game. And the way he processes and as he develops, I think he actually will benefit from sitting a year. But I think at three, we go Abdul Carter. If y'all really like Shador, trade up and go get him. Trade up and go get him because he's falling to probably at least 9. Y'all really like him that much, do that. If y'all take him at 3, mark my words. Mark my words. I've been there. We went. We got our first round quarterback. We traded the kitchen sink for Bryce Young. And what did we do to him the following year? Got him murdered. Got him absolutely murdered.
Yeah. But I also see the smiles on y'all faces that the fact that Bryce Young did pan out. You forgetting that part. All of y'all are so happy that Bryce Young panned out. Y'all can say what y'all want, but y'all are just ecstatic about that. Look,
okay, so
Shinigami 13, man, forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. I like this right here. This is a comment by Shinigami 13. He says, I'm a big, I believe he means Shador fan. But here's a different perspective. If we are drafting a quarterback this year that needs to sit, why not go Milroe in later rounds and develop him? I wouldn't be completely mad at that, but this is the two things. One is I believe that Shador Sanders is in a different league than the Jalen Milroe. I think that they are not in the same category to me. That's one. So I wouldn't speak so strongly about a Shador Sanders if I didn't believe that. I think there's just elements to Shador's game that I just believe is going to translate extremely well to the NFL, especially if you pair it with the receivers that we have and mainly a Malik Neighbors. My second point to this is it sounds good, but please tell me, who has this coaching staff developed and why should I believe that they will develop a Jalen Milroe? Why? I wish that could be the case. I wish that could be the case where I feel like, you know what? Jalen Milroe, he does have certain assets to him that can also be damaging in a league. He is a running quarterback that can cause pain for defenses to come. But why can I not believe that Coach Dable can develop him and create a system for him to be what we need him to be for this offense? So that's just how I feel about that, man. Element on YouTube says Kayvon 5.5 sacks. I'm good with Travis or Abdul, and the quarterback in later rounds like Milroe. Ball Celeste says trading up for Shador is a bigger investment than just drafting him at 3.
That's true. That's kind of true. You have to probably trade a first round pick the next year and a second round pick. Look.
All right, position need. And this is not even close. I'll let you go. It's not even close right here.
Hey, position need. Abdul Carter. No, it's like y'all need a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean this is a given right here, man. We need a franchise quarterback. I got to put franchise in front of that quarterback thing because, a lot of people are like, oh, we got Russell Wilson, we so good, like da da da. But the main takeaway from that is that he's just not a franchise guy. He's just not a franchise guy. So that is that. All right, and here's the last one right here, man. We got Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter. I think we both can agree that when it comes to talent, Travis Hunter is going to win this 10 times out of 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Absolutely.
we agree with that. We don't even got to unpack that. Impact. Again, impact. Nobody is going to have a bigger impact than your franchise quarterback. I'm just keeping it real with you. Nobody's going to have a bigger impact than what Shador Sanders would be for the Giants.
We talking just jersey sales and all that stuff, right?
This is on the field.
On the field.
This is what impact for what he is for the New York Giants as a team, and this is off the field as well, which will trickle down and translate to on the field things. But yeah,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess I got to be more situational, aware of where you guys are at. More situational aware of the Giants. You do benefit from getting that franchise quarterback. I like him sitting this year. I love a young quarterback getting ready to sit, learn the game process, maybe coming next year and starting. I don't think you guys have that patience from what I see. And I don't remember the last time y'all had like a black quarterback or anything like that. It sounds like it would be very, very crazy in New York. His name in New York, it fits very, very well. So I'll go ahead and get the quarterback for that.
All right, man. Shout out to LMN on YouTube. He says TP is right in the same sense that Shador's style would set a different energy for NY Giant football.
It will.
All right, higher ceiling. Again, all right, look, I really just got the true definition of what higher ceiling is. I thought it was something different.
Mm-hmm.
So I had Shador based on the definition I had, but after reading what that definition is, I'm going to give it to Travis Hunter.
Okay. So. I'm just glad we're crystal clear there. Right. I'm just glad we're good there.
And in position need, and this is why you pick Shador over anybody else, because position need. Mm-hmm. Shador Sanders is going to win this, 10 times out of 10 times, unless he's going against like a Cam Ward, and people kind of have their difference of opinion of style when it comes to that. But position needs, you got to go quarterback here, man. Again. I mean, look, Joe Shane, Coach Dable, they all threw Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, everybody. They threw all the quarterbacks under the bus. And they told this fan base that the reason on why we cannot produce the way we want to produce is because we're not having good, consistent quarterback play. Mm-hmm. That's what they told us. And a lot of y'all ran with that. A lot of y'all believe that. To me, and let me say this, man. To me, it was bullshit. To me, that's bullshit because I do believe that even if you had a Daniel Jones under center, it doesn't translate to 3 games. 1. I'm sorry. You get a different coach in here and they put a different system in here, even with Daniel Jones under center, with the same roster, I think that you could get more than 3 wins. Quarterback play or whoever you try to blame the quarterback on is not a good excuse. And the coaches were able to deflect from receiving the blame, but they just threw all the quarterbacks under the bus, and I'm holding them to that. So let's not get distracted now. If y'all are saying that quarterback is so important to the theme of how the game goes, then you have to act like it. You have to act like it. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it there, man. Quarterback position need. I would just have to go with Shador on this.
Let's see him and Travis.
Yo.
Man, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter. in no universe, I'm saying if he falls to 3, you guys don't pick Travis Hunter. And I feel the same way by Abdul Carter. Travis Hunter.
Position need, though. Don't get distracted. Position need. So we need a receiver more than we need a franchise quarterback?
Yes, because you need a receiver and a corner. He fits both. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
But he's not playing both. I'm not saying he's not playing both and like just not at all, but he's not playing like he played collegiately. He's not a full-time corner, a full-time receiver.
In that case, I'm gonna pull your car. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances with that. I want Travis Hunter on my squad. If I'm at 3 and Abdul Carter, and I'm not saying that Shador isn't great for you guys. I do think if you look at his style as a pro, I think he's going to be tremendous down the road as he continues to process and learn. I think he's going to be a very good pro who could probably reach that championship status one day. I do, but I'm just saying those two talents, I can't pass up on them at 3. I can't let Abdul Carter go past me or Travis Hunter go past me. That's all I'm saying. If you guys, like I said, I know it's a lot, but if you guys want to trade up at some point in that first round and work your magic and go get them because y'all really believe in Shador, cool. But at 3, I can't pass him up.
All right. Well, people already know how I feel.
Yeah.
People already know how I feel. And I'm going into this draft with the mindset.
Yeah.
Of just getting my franchise quarterback, man. And so I'm not going to beat anybody over the head when it comes to that. Ultimately, I had a big 3, though. I had a big 3 going into this offseason. To me, it was Cam Ward, it was Shador Sanders, and it was Travis Hunter. So if we leave with either one of those 3, I'm a happy man. Gotcha. Outside of those 3, I don't feel as good. Of course, Abdul Carter would be the next best thing, but I want one of those 3 guys in that 3rd pick. And I brought this up last week, but I do think that there is a big chance, man, that we can land both Shador Sanders and Travis if the cards are played right. If Abdul Carter goes to the Browns with that 2nd pick, and it's Cam Ward with the Titans, and then it's Abdul Carter with the Browns. Listen, we are cooking with hot grease then, because all we would have to do is get Travis at 3 and try to move up and trade up to get to Shador. Maybe the Saints might want to get a Shador. Maybe they may be looking at him. That's just speculative. That's not even guaranteed. The Raiders, they just gave Geno that big-ass contract. I think they're out. So I think our chances is a lot stronger than when a lot of people are hitting that.
That's a good point. It's a great point.
But look, on a closing, man, just give us a rundown, man, on just where people can subscribe to you at, and what's going on in the Panther world. What's your mind going into this draft again? And we'll be doing a NFL draft live stream. So just give us that rundown, man, as we get ready to wrap it up.
Well, first of all, to all your Giants fans and yourself, thank you for allowing me to come on and give my piece. I have no beef with you guys. I hope I didn't come off too strong. I hope it works out for you guys. You're going to go get your quarterback. It's going to lead y'all to victory. I can see that happening. As far as the Panthers fan and Panther Nation,
Mm-hmm.
We will be the 2024 Washington Commanders. We will be that team. We're going to shock a lot of people. We did a lot of great things on the defensive side of free agency. It's going to be absolutely incredible. You can find me at Inside the P-Town on Proving Grounds. You see the tag at Proving Grounds with a Z. Inside P-Town, I'll cover all the Panthers. And if you want to segue into what we're doing for the draft.
Yeah, man. Again, you know, my daughter was born on the 6th, so that kind of changed things for me as far as attending the draft, man. I do want to just stay home, man, take care of home, and we will not be leaving y'all hanging. We're going to be doing a live stream together, so we're going to hold down for the New York Giants side of things, and we're going to hold down for the Carolina Panthers side of things, and we're going to kick it, man. We're going to have a good time. So make sure that y'all tune in for that, man. Get your good eats, get your snacks, get your drinks, whatever it is, and rock with us on draft night, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yes, sir. And last but not least for me, happy birthday, brother, man. I love you.
Happy birthday. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Love you, man. Love you. What you know about this throwback right here, man?
Who that? That's me and you.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the moment.
You know, you gonna think of the moment like you know.
Trying to think of the moment. Yeah.
Oh man. But once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with both Inside P-Town from Proven Grounds Network and your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant. Let's just let this play out, man. It's our born day today, man. If y'all want to do me any type of favor, if y'all want to give me any type of gift for my born day, what you can do is you can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe, man. Right now, I need y'all to all do that on the way out. Please make sure that you like. Please make sure that you comment. And if you're new, subscribe. We are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. We gonna get there. Let's go.
Too official, do the flag, blew the whistle, 3 words, 2 initials, T. Naked airline, naked air tiger, how we swinging 9, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah, keep applying pressure to the foes, going closer than I can pit, closer than my dish. Yeah, keep away the giant here.